Hello everybody, welcome back for some more Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. And looks like today we're... Huh? Hold on. Oh. We're continuing off from the, I guess, achieving perfection part of the story. Not sure, because I looked up, like, you know, the mission names and everything, which I have, like, pretty much right here. And nowhere it says anything about, you know, the Achieving Perfection title. So I'm going off the save file name, and that's what they tell me. So, if I remember, I mean, of course, last time, Cell became perfect, obviously. And I'm pretty sure that this time, in theory, if I'm not mistaken, should be us. Probably doing like some of the hyperbolic time chamber stuff or something.
There you are. It's almost time. Wait, where's Vegeta? Don't tell me. Is he in the
I don't know why, but I feel like I've done this before. Did the game not save? Or did I not? I saved the game last time. I don't know. I feel like everything's kind of just running together at this point. You know, when you don't do a playthrough for, you know, weeks on end, it kind of makes it more obvious that things, when you come back to it, are, like, very similar to things you've seen before. But then again, you could also, you know, say that it's probably the case of the game just being like that. Let me turn it up just a little bit. It's kind of too quiet. Weird how, like, a singular notch is just enough to send this thing flying.
You do know that we're up against Cell, right? Yeah, I know. Anyway, let's get going. We're gonna be late. Are you this
At least with this game, I can kind of just be quiet and let the game kind of do itself. Because, I mean, pretty sure that at this volume, it should be loud enough for people to be able to hear them talking.
Are you coming too, Krillin?
Yeah?
Krill may have been a selfish prude back then, but, you know, he's definitely changed, that's for sure. When it comes to, you know, Dragon Ball Z and what have you. Alright, so now I think this should finally be time to, at the very least, do the actual Cell games.
Only 20 minutes left.
Which is crazy because we're now just now starting it, you know. And I think that if we're lucky enough, we can probably knock it out in this episode. If worse comes to worse, I might start making these maybe an hour and a half to 2 hour long videos, just to cover more ground, possibly. I think I'll just give myself the exception and just say, yeah, you know, if you want to make it 2 hours, make it 2 hours. It doesn't matter. As long as I, you know, get through it, get it done eventually, it should be fine. I am going to be honest, you know, after doing the other two Let's Plays and finishing those, this one definitely, you know, has been quite, not painful at first, but it's starting to get to the point where it's like, I just kind of want it over with. And of course, you know, usually when I don't want to do something, I usually tell myself, well, don't do it, you know, there's no point in pushing yourself to that. But if I want to take this long YouTube break, in terms of my own content, not necessarily co-op stuff, but in terms of me doing my own stuff, then yeah, I'm gonna have to essentially burn myself out. Oops, sorry. Got to burn myself out on these games a little bit. God damn it. The one time you're gonna make me actually play the fucking game. That's my biggest gripe, is just how much cutscenes there has to be. I mean, to be fair, I guess you could say it's also kind of my fault for not going on my way to do side quests to then, you know, do more of the game, I guess, but still. I mean, other than that, like, it's not that bad, I guess, you know. It's just they do take a bit, but, I mean, of course they kind of have to, because if it's based on the actual series itself, I mean, this is just what happens. Hold on real quick, let me do something.
I guess that trick's pretty popular these days.
Alright. Also, I'm kind of a bit sicky. Well, not as bad as it was before. It was way worse a while ago. But, yeah, I'm not nearly as bad,
Better now,
but
16.
it's not great. Did this say the dreaded song? What fucking thing are we on now?
Was created with the sole purpose of killing you.
I have no idea anymore.
Man, this guy's nothing but gloom and doom.
Did Tien already do his thing?
It's time.
I mean, I guess so.
Let us begin.
Yeah, we already did the Hyperlock Time Trooper shit, didn't we? Yeah, that's right, because, yeah, I'm fucking so lost. Also, from what it looks like, there's a total of, let's see here, just
I say we let him go for it.
10 episodes for at least the Cell Saga, which
Guys, we'll just bring him back.
usually episodes are, you know,
Guess we're gonna
the small inter-betweens, I guess you could say. So, like,
This is it, folks.
episode 8, for example, would be The Nightmare Begins, A Moment of Confidence, Fleeting Normality, and Kami's Successor.
Cell games
And that's all just an episode. These are named after, like, whatever is kind of going on here, I guess you could say. But these are not things that I think show up on our ordeal. I think this is just like in the story. Looks like in the story logs itself, that's where they call them at. So,
out of the ring. He's
I don't know. It's kind of odd, but yeah.
Well then,
So right now we're kind of getting through it. I'm pretty sure at this rate, you know, we're already starting with the Cell game. Hercule got knocked out,
lost.
which that saves a ton of trouble considering the fact of what happens in the actual show itself, where, you know, he has all those apprentices that show up to try to fight, and that doesn't work out very well. So yeah.
clue what he's dealing with. World champion, my ass.
So yeah. Also, if I do sniffle, I do apologize.
I guess I'll go first.
It gets kind of hard to breathe. What the fuck? What's up with that mocap? That was weird.
Oh well. In the interest of transparency, I was hoping to save you for the end.
Bring it.
All right, here we go. So now we can finally fight Cell, at least at first, and you know, technically get to play the game for a bit here. Cell is at least, hopefully, not as hard as he was in the fucking tournaments for Budokai Tenkaichi 3. I don't think he would be. I'm pretty sure, like, you know, everybody in Kakarot, it's just not nearly as hard as you would think they would be. It all really kind of depends, I guess. What the? That's fucking horseshit. Okay, just fuck off, dude. Holy shit. Oh, here it comes. The Frieza beams. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to activate this so that way I can just blow him out. But yeah, sorry for not being, like, superly energetic, I guess, in these past few episodes. We might get there when it comes to Boo. Who knows? It really depends on the day. And like I said, you know, I've kind of gotten to the point now where I've played this thing for long enough that I kind of want to just, you know, move on. Like, now that I have an idea of what I want to do, once I'm done with all this stuff, you know, it's like, now I want that to happen. It happens. It happens sometimes. Also, I'm getting my fucking dick whipped here. Like, really badly. And I have no... Yeah, I have no items for this shit. That's not fucking fair. I don't know if you're supposed to technically win this, or if you're supposed to knock him down to a certain level or not. I mean, knowing a game like this, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. It's probably one of those knock him down to a certain level type shit or whatever. Bro, I played God Hand. I could mash harder than you. I could mash harder than you could ever fucking hope.
You certainly do know how to fight.
And I proved that, that's for sure. See if that does anything. Okay. See, I don't remember if you have to knock him down to like a certain health bar or not on this fight. I mean, probably. The only issue is, of course, you know, he does shit like that, and it's kind of hard to hit him with any sort of beams. It's kind of hard to hit him in general, honestly. Please don't make me get him all the way down to like a certain fucking level of health. That's gonna suck. Just make it to where like Goku gets his ass whooped and that's it. But knowing how it actually turns out, I'm pretty sure most likely they're gonna have me, you know, fight till Goku basically just gives up. That's probably what they're gonna make me do. God fucking damn it. The only problem though is of course, since I have no healing items in my inventory, this is gonna be a very annoying fight to deal with. I'll do what I can within the extent of how I know how to do it. I'm just gonna maybe try to be a bit more patient here with him. You know, try not to get too explosive, I guess, and just kind of wing it until eventually he gets his shit knocked in. And then for things like that, you know, obviously I'm just gonna go too hard. I'll just try to stay away from potential danger. God damn it. I'm so fucking tired of that shit that he keeps doing. I mean, look at that. We already got him down like 4 health bars left. Alright. And he's, I guess, waiting for me to make a move. Alright, play it smart. Oh, wait. Was that the actual body blow itself? I don't... No idea. Did that work? No, I didn't knock him away, but I mean, I did something. Alright. Gives me plenty of time to avoid that shit. Maybe. Not bad. Maybe I should just stick with punches and kicks at this point, because, let's be honest, that's probably, realistically, the only thing that's going to be, you know, relatively effective, and that sucks. I'm about to eat shit, pretty much. Broke my fucking guard. I mean, I always could, you know, beam struggle his ass, but... yeah, I don't know. Might not be worth it. What the... what the dick? Yeah, this is how we're gonna have to play it. I'm sorry if it looks kind of boring, and I get it. But, you know, with no healing items on hand, the only realistic way of probably even doing this would have to be this way. The only real technical way to probably just survive is to not play him too hard, you know? While he's charging up, just let him, you know, eat some shit. While he's doing that, you know, charge up as well. Help from behind, stop him from hitting me and trying to break my guard. Ah, damn it, I missed. Okay, not bad. In terms of, like, potential moves, I don't really have much I can talk about. I recently finally beat Slave Zero X, so there's that. Like, I actually beat the final boss and everything. There's, of course, you know, a Virgil-like character in the game, and, of course, you do, you know, the Virgil-type thing where, like, you fight him basically before the end true final boss, and, he was, I'd say, definitely one of the more difficult-ish fights, but surprisingly not as bad, especially if you mash parry a lot, because that's kind of what the game practically kind of allows you to do in a lot of cases. Mashing parry, which is basically just hitting forward, or hitting, you know, the directional button toward wherever the opponent is hitting you from. And it comes out, you know, pretty quick, so it's relatively somewhat simple to kind of do, and I guess in some cases you could argue it's kind of somewhat unfortunate that you can mash it. Although I really wouldn't say that it's unfortunate that you can do that. It's more so just one of those things that you can do if you wanted. Alright, play it safe. And, of course. Benefit of that, though, is he knocks me out of my shit. So I can knock him out of his shit. There we go. Okay, I guess you had to beat him all the way down. That sucks, but whatever. Anyway, the game's pretty nice. It's $30, which, I mean, with the amount of stuff you're getting, like, there's a lot of levels to play, and it's a pretty lengthy game. Like, if you were to be relatively good at it, and, you know, not necessarily speedrun through it, but if you were watching the story and all that stuff, like, altogether, it's about 6 hours in length, so it's a pretty hefty, hack and slash, 2D hack and slash, I should say. Beat 'em up, you know, whichever one you would rather say. you know, if the $30 price is too much, because like sometimes it kind of feels like it is, but I think that's just more so because you know I've gotten old and games used to be a lot cheaper, and well, let's be honest, you know, games are getting a lot more expensive these days, so everything's gonna go up in price, even like 2D games. And I'm not trying to say like a 2D game should not be more than like $30, but I feel like for a game like this, that the only content you really have is just getting through it and trying to better yourself, you know, get S ranks, which usually is good enough for me. That's usually good enough content for me, but I don't know. I still bought it for $30. I'm fine with that. I'm not pissed. But I feel like $20 is probably a good sale. Like if it went on sale for like $20, it wouldn't be a bad ordeal. It's definitely at least worth 20. That's for sure. Because, you know, again, the content you're getting out of it is trying to beat your own score and beat those levels and just master the mechanics. But the thing is, I feel like my biggest complaint is just how repetitive it gets, which, I mean, yeah, to be fair, it's a beat-em-up hack and slash. I mean, that's just how it's going to happen, right? That's just what happens. It's more so it gets repetitive because once you find the quote-unquote golden circle that, you know, kind of works with the game, as in you pretty much, you know, activate the Fury Halo thing. After you activate that, you know, you get lifesteal back, which is pretty nice. And you pretty much loop into gaining back your burst, so that way whenever your Fury, you know, Halo thing is active and it goes away, you just attack somebody when it disappears, and while you attack somebody, you do an offensive burst, which is, you know, a fighting game thing, and then after that, you get your full meter bar back, so then you could go back into the Fury thing and just keep that going. And once you've nailed that down, the rest of the game becomes kind of a bit more simpler. Not that it doesn't have its hard parts, because it surely does. The last two levels before the final boss are definitely some of the most antagonizing shit you'll have to put up with. Specifically, the third to last final level is definitely the one that's really annoying with groups of enemies. But then, the level after that, you know, you gotta fight the Virgil guy, and then, you know, of course, he's going to give you some trouble, but luckily once you get to a boss fight, they kind of checkpoint you, which is very nice. And most of that level is not that bad in comparison. But yeah, once you fight him, it's like he's going to give you the most trouble, but he's weirdly enough not as strong as he was in the beginning of the game. Like, I feel like for some reason, when you first fight him, I feel like he's way more powerful, but then they kind of drop it down in the actual true fight, which that could just be a case of like your character getting better, or even potentially the player getting better. That might have just been me. I'll have to go, back through it and find out how I feel about it later on. Of course, you know, but yeah. Other than that, it's nice. You know, it's not a terrible game. I'd say it's still worth it. You know, if you think $30 is fine, that's fine too. Of course, you know, I'm not gonna say that's not. I'm not gonna try to like dunk on the devs and say that, you know, they made a game overpriced. I just usually, like, when I think of a 2D beat 'em up hack and slash, I usually think at least 20 or under. You know, because I'm used to those types of games being relatively small and cheap, because, you know, they're kind of made to be cheap. But then again, with a game like this, like, its focus is trying to be more, you know, fighting game-ish. And, you know, it does a pretty decent job at that, at the mechanics. And, you know, don't let my complaints about it get repetitive get, you know, anything like that, because, like, of course it's going to get repetitive. It's repetitive, sorry, that's what it kind of does. It's just more so that I feel like the combat system could use a bit more stuff to it. Because once you've kind of nailed it down, it just becomes the same combat system throughout the rest of the game. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, But, you know, that complaint's kind of stupid. It doesn't really hold much water, because there's plenty of games that have combat systems that are like that. I mean, I would assume that even a game like God Hand that has almost seemingly infinite amounts of stuff you can pull off, you know, almost eventually gets narrowed down to like one specific cheese combo, and then after that it's just like, well, now the game's going to become repetitive because now you found out how to do the relatively more cheap strats. You know, I mean, anything can get like that as long as you let it. So that's more so a case of my fault, I guess, for just, I would say, learning the mechanics a little too fast for the game. I mean, it took me a good few levels to kind of get the golden circle thing kind of down, because I didn't realize it wasn't even a thing until I figured it out, and then I watched a video that literally said that, yeah, this is a thing that you have to, that, you know, you kind of want to achieve. And I was like, okay, well, you made it really, really fucking simple to get your hands on. You know, you made it really simple, especially with upgrades. Upgrading makes it even more simple, and, like, I kept thinking, like, it would have been nicer if it's a little bit more complex, you know? It would have been nicer if there was better ways to get your burst, because I think the only way to get your burst up is not by combos, but just by hitting people. And in my opinion, I feel like combos should have been what gets it up, but to be fair, maybe it was, and maybe I just wasn't that decent at the game that, you know, yeah. I don't know. See, because the thing is, like, I usually, whenever I think of me playing video games, I don't think of myself as somebody who's good at video games. I think I'm quite decent, intermediate at, you know, a few, but I would never say that I'm qualified to say I'm advanced at any game, like even something like God of War, which I'm still, you know, probably even to this day had the potential to learn more. And honestly, you know, I kind of like that aspect. I don't mind being of that, you know, I don't mind being that intermediate with stuff. Because that's a fine middle ground where, you know the game enough to play it and have fun, and at the other end, it's like, there's still plenty of stuff I could probably learn from it too, and that's kind of what I want. And I guess that's how I feel with Slave Zero, is like, I feel like I've learned everything I could. Of course, you know, if I want to maximize everything out of it, all I have to do is just get much better at the game, get more advanced combos, you know, make sure nobody lands on the ground, you know, juggle stuff and what have you, do that way more often, get like 100-hit combo things going or whatever. Like, there's always that to achieve, which, you know, that's kind of the fun part is of a lot of games, is trying to get there, not necessarily being there itself, because once you're there, it gets fucking boring. And once you're at the top, it gets fucking boring.
Please stop. I don't want to fight.
I haven't really been to the top of anything yet, and I'm still kind of like at the bottom for a lot of stuff, but you know what? It's better down here, because at least then, you know, it's not lonely, I guess you could say. There's plenty of people there that can, you know, kind of work together to get there, possibly. Although I usually tend to kind of prefer working alone on a lot of things, regardless, but
Ever since
yeah.
I was a little kid,
Still, though, like,
unbelievable amount of power.
I don't
Whenever
know, I don't want to be seen as, like, the person that's better than somebody else, because,
Dad thinks I can
yeah, it makes me kind of feel a little bit bad. I mean, I guess it depends on, you know, who in question. Like, if said person was being a competitive asshole all the time, and then I eventually, you know, perfected something or did better than they did at the same thing that they wanted to perfect. If they're an asshole about it, that's one thing, you know. That's arguably their fault on that end.
Is it enough to make you cry? You don't want to die like this, do you, Gohan?
Goku, Gohan needs help. I'm going in.
Wait, Piccolo. We just need to wait for him to get angry enough. If we want to beat Cell, we need Gohan at his full power.
Yeah,
Anger's the key to everything here.
I know I brought it up, and I bring it up a lot, but I feel like God Hand is definitely one of those types of games. The same thing with, like, Bayonetta, where I feel like I'm at, and Vanquish, actually, to a good extent. I feel like I'm at a good point where, you know, I have a pretty good, solid idea of what I want to do and how to do it, and I have a pretty good, solid idea of how to beat things and be well at it. But, you know, I'm not like a combo mad trailer type guy or anything. And don't get me wrong, there are times where there are games that I will try to achieve, you know, that top level at. Not necessarily that I would be the top, but, you know, it's nice to have something that you could just do in a video game. It's mainly fighting games, mostly, where you do like a combo or whatever, and you just want to, like, make it better and make it more cooler, make it more flashy. Not that it could be optimal, but, you know, just something you can kind of have to say under your belt, like, yeah, I did that, that was kind of cool. And one of those games was Sonic Showdown. I didn't really play Sonic Showdown very much, even when it came out. And then there was one day where I decided to whip it out, and then I was just in training mode. And I had the video of it, too, on YouTube, where I decided to play Eggman for whatever reason, because I thought he would be kind of fun, because I like charge characters, right? He had a lot of charge moves, and I'm like, that sounds cool. And then I started doing these combos, and I kept thinking, like, there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to get this, you know, TOD, Touch of Death. And for those that are not aware, Touch of Death basically means, usually you, in a fighting game, you hit somebody, and in that same combo, you know, you start off them at full health, and then you just deplete all their health. It's just a one and done combo, pretty much. And I was able to achieve that, and that felt great. But it was, of course, just for the one character, but it still was great. You know, it still was an achievement in my eyes. And then there was also, you know, Mako from Kill la Kill. I did that one. It was on Twitter I posted. I don't think I ever posted on YouTube, unfortunately, but I remember when she came out, you know, I kept trying to get that thing going. I was like, I gotta get a TOD. I want to try it so badly. And then it worked, you know. And it's stuff like that. I think fighting games have actually taught me a lot more than I actually considered before. Because honestly, now that I think about it, yeah, like, they've taught me a lot about stuff. They've taught me a lot of stuff about, like, the enjoyment of local multiplayer, you know, versus online multiplayer, which I personally am of the belief that online multiplayer, like, to be fair, you know, it's more fun if you have friends, right? It's more fun if you have friends. If you play by yourself, of course it's going to fucking suck sometimes, because you're going to get teams that suck or whatever, randoms that don't know what they're doing, and you can't, like, communicate with them, you know, if you're an introvert like I usually am. And so, you know, fighting games are a great median for me, because I can play them online, you know, not all of them, but a lot of them I can play online just fine, enough by myself. Sometimes I'll get angry. It depends on the game. Depends on my pride. Like Strive, for example. Oh, man, that fucking game pissed me off. Still pisses me off. And the lobby system was just dog shit back then. They've kind of fixed a few things now, but oh my lord, it was annoying. People would always fucking dip. The internet connection would just not connect. Even if you're on, you know, even if you're on LAN cable, it didn't matter. It's just like people would either play on Wi-Fi or just the servers themselves would just be, you know, absolute ass sometimes. And it just was really fucking annoying. Also, yeah, Cell Juniors I think are just as powerful as Cell, right? Or somewhat as powerful as Cell? I don't remember. I think so, because the only person who could actually technically defeat them would be Gohan, so... Yeah, but he's still, for the most part, you know, I don't know. But yeah, fighting games, you know, like I said, you know, they taught me the joy of, like, multiplayer stuff locally, because, you know, it kind of let me enjoy Mario Party more often and stuff, and, you know, having somebody right next to you to be able to, you know, to watch, you know, as they're like, wow, how'd you do that, you know, like, that's crazy, you know, get like a high five or something or whatever, or they might pull off something impressive, you know, you might think it's kind of cool, and you kind of, like, each learn each other. And then, not even just, you know, for fighting games, like, you know, again, with Mario Party, you know, it's kind of nice having somebody there to physically see get angry or whatever, or, well, angry in, like, a good way, you know, not like a, you know, purposely trying to make them pissed, you know what I mean? It's just more so, like, that kind of fun, competitive side of it, rather than the shitty side of things. Also, I thought I had a fucking sensu bean. What happened to that? Am I gonna have to fucking reload the save? Is that what's going on? But yeah, they also, you know, taught me that, you know, being a sore loser is the stupidest fucking thing, and people like that suck a lot. I've always not liked sore losers, but I definitely don't like them a lot. I also don't like negative people either. You know, when people are like, yep, I can't do it. I'm just a fucking fail. I'm just gonna fail. Well, yeah, of course you're gonna fucking fail, because you set yourself up for it. You know, you're so fucking shitty that you set yourself up for that shit. That's your own damn fault. Oh, I can't get this combo because, you know, I can't learn it. Then try. You know, then just fucking trying, I guess. It's not that complicated. Just give it a shot. Like, you'll never know. You'll never succeed if you don't try. Even if you don't succeed the first time. Fucking who cares? Who's gonna be that fucking pissed off? Like, and then there's like the folks that try way too hard to impress. You know? Like, oh man, look at me. Look how cool I am because I did this. Or whatever. Like, that's neat and all, but unless you're, you know, at least a humble person about it, you know, you kind of come off as a raging asshole. Oh yeah, I forgot that these guys exist. And they could probably actually help me out here. I'm just saying in general, there's like a lot of things that I just don't like about certain things. And like I said, especially sore losers, people that just fucking rage quit online or whatever. Or even just in real life, you know. And they're just so upset at everything, and they get fucking quiet, you know, and they're like, Or they, you know, maybe some of them might yell or whatever. You're like, dude, it's just a fucking video game. Calm the fuck down. Jesus Christ. I understand that losing sucks, but trust me, there's nothing better than losing and then, you know, getting better. Eventually, you know, learning how to get better and overcoming that loss, and then eventually, you know, winning against said person here. I'm dead. Now it's my chains. Sorry, I had to get quiet there, but I had to focus. Holy shit. Yeah, see, the thing is, like, sometimes, like, you know, I can also take a page of my book, too, because say there's, like, a game. I used to do this a lot, like, back then with Let's Play stuff. There used to be a big time period back then with Let's Plays where if I just wasn't having a lot of fun, or if I just really thought I couldn't do it or didn't want to finish it, I'd just quit. You know, I would just quit, and that comes back to bite me in the ass, because now it's like, well, now I got all these fucking things, like, you know, I quit. Now I feel like I have to eventually come back and finish them, you know, it's one of those things. We can mute my mic real quick, I gotta blow my nose.
They're all gonna die. If I'm really hiding a lot of power, then I want to unleash it. But how
Alright, there we go. Also, I mean, I will also say, you know,
power?
quitting things is not necessarily the worst thing that you could do. It depends on what it is, realistically. Like, if it's something that's causing you a lot of stress, you know, mentally, physically, or whatever, and it's just like you can't do it anymore, that's one thing. But back then, you know, I mean, to be fair, back then, you know, there was a lot of mental aspect of it, but it was more so I was, you know, a lot weaker back then too. You know, I wasn't able to do things to the best of my ability or to stick things out. You know, I used to be a bit of a quitter myself, and I guess that's probably what kind of came back and kicked me in the ass. And then well, the other thing too is like you see other people that are quitters, and then you think, I don't want to be like them. You know, I don't want to do that shit. I don't want to. I want to be better than that, at least. And then you do, and there you go. And then there's like the more so toxic side of that too, where it's like you'll not give up on something no matter what it is, even if it is painful, even if it is, you know, actually causing you a lot of problems or just getting in the way of life. And I'm not talking about things that, like, are worth doing. I'm talking about things like, you know, oh, I'm just gonna fucking, I guess, waste all my time, all my days, fucking trying to get every goddamn, you know, I don't know, every S rank 5-star in a gacha game or whatever, right? And then like the game just keeps going forever and ever, and then you're like, well, I gotta keep at it, you know. I gotta keep at it. And that's another thing too. Like I don't mind gacha games here and there, but man, you know, sometimes I just can't do it. Sometimes I just don't want to fucking do it. I don't want to have to, you know, be like, oh man, well, I forgot my fucking dailies again. Oops, and then you get fucked for it because, you know, you forgot your fucking dailies. And that right there, that's the part I don't like, is the whole, like, I don't mind getting my daily challenges, you know, in, but it'd be nice if, I don't know, it's there for a reason. It's there because the obvious, you know, they want to keep you entrapped in their game so that you'll want to spend more. You know how it is.
And animals that I love. Please protect them.
I'm not saying there's anything necessarily wrong with gacha games. Like, if you want to play them, that's fine. You know, I've played them. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. I'm just saying that, at least for me, you know, it kind of sucks when you miss that daily. And it kind of fucks up your whole thing. And you're like, oh, fuck. But it's not really a bad thing either, because then it's like, well, at least I'm out of that trap. You know, at least I'm away from that part of it. And I could just play the game and have fun, I guess. And not worry too much. Kind of ruins it with the whole, like, sorry, intermission cut.
You're all gonna pay for what you've done.
But yeah, like I said, I need to take a lesson on my own book and just not be dumb, and also, you know, give myself the motivation to finish things, which is why I'm kind of wanting to go through and finish these 3 Let's Plays, these 3 last Let's Plays for a while, at least a few months. You know, give me a bit of a break here, you know, March, April, probably even into May. Probably, I might not come back until maybe June, depending on how things go. I have a vacation, you know, that I want to take in May, like at the end of May, so I kind of want to be, you know, prepped for that. And I don't want to be, you know, in recording while we go on vacation, and then, you know, be like in the back of my mind, be like, oh man, you know, now we're going to miss all that shit. Head to where Cell is. She's right there.
Finished.
You know, I don't want to have that distraction in the back of my head being like, hey, you might want to finish this stuff, you know. But I want to get it done, like you said. Well, I'm getting it done.
That all you've got?
And now we can actually truly focus on Kakarot. Like, I've been spending the entire Let's Play trying to say, like, oh yeah, we'll put more time in it, we'll focus on it more. And that never really happens because I end up getting distracted or completely do another Let's Play. I'll probably talk about it more so probably at the end of the actual full... Oh, I guess I'm in burst thing the entire time. Oh, that's crazy. I'll probably talk about it like at the end of the full Let's Play itself, most likely. But I guess I'll just say it here. The potential planned Let's Plays that might happen. Because again, for those that might not know what's going on, I do kind of want to finish, well, more Metroid stuff just because of Metroid. But I also would like to fully finish 100 different Let's Plays. That doesn't mean that, like, you know, once I hit 100 as numbered 100 for the playlist, that means that I'm done. Because there's a lot of things that were just not finished, right? Like the South Park one from a long time ago. Wallace and Gromit was one of them. I remember that being a thing. You know, there's like 6 or 7 different Let's Plays that I just didn't finish. And, you know, either I'll come back and finish them, like Infamous or Deadhead Fred, you know, or Crash and Sandy, that's another one. There's a lot. So I'll probably have like Let's Play number, I don't know, 110 or something. Probably be like the 100th finished one. But I do want to at least finish 100, and maybe at that point, maybe not necessarily stop doing Let's Plays, but possibly calm down on them. You know, maybe focus more on co-op stuff, and then maybe even more so focus on stream stuff. Try to just change, because that's one big goal I want to finish, is getting 100 Let's Plays finished. I think it'd be kind of cool. And I need to finish at least the ones I really want to do. And that's not to say, like, I can't do any more after that. I'm just... Once I hit 100, like, that's going to be a great feeling. I'm already down to, like, in the 80s by now. So... Yeah, that's kind of a lot, but there's a lot of stuff I want to come back to do. And... just to name, I guess, a few, if maybe not all of them. Bayonetta. Probably not Sly 2. Maybe, we'll see. I'll think about it. You know, Bayonetta, maybe Tomb Raider, Ratchet 3, Jack 2. There's a lot more I wanted to come back to. Vanquish. Which reminds me, I should probably... Hold on, I had a thing. Here it was. Let's Play ideas. Yeah, probably like Uncharted 3. You know, something like that. I don't know why I crashed to... I'm gonna write Vanquish on here just for the hell of it. Actually, no, while I'm here. Oh yeah, Sekiro. That'd be nice. Just gonna write down that these are finished. We already finished Prime 1. We finished Dread. You know, we finished, let's see. Oh, Ape Escape 3, I guess, was one I wanted to do. Onimusha? Really? Shadow the Hedgehog, Dead Space 2, Tomb Raider, Mario World, Crash Huge Adventure. A lot of these, you know, we'll see if they happen or not. But, because these were ideas I had before. I'm just talking about the things that I would like to come back to that need to be finished. Like, you know, maybe franchises that I want to finish. Also, for Bayonetta, I'll probably end up doing, like, maybe, I don't know, the first one. And then after that, maybe not do 2. Probably might not do 3. So, yeah. Alright, let's see here. So for co-op stuff, like right now, like, you know, we got like Kirby going on, all that shit, and Bloodborne. And, I thought we were going to do Mega Man X. I thought we had the idea to do that, but I guess... You know, David decided to do it on his own channel. So, we might not do a Mega Man X co-op Let's Play anytime soon, because it seems like he decided to do it without us. So there's that. But yeah, again, back to Metroid. Like, Metroid Prime 2 would be nice. I should probably write that one down. Metroid Prime 2 would be nice to start up and finish. I don't know if I'll do Prime 3 right after or if anytime soon, maybe. For other Metroid stuff, like, yeah, it would be nice to do 2, but I don't want to fucking play old 2. I'd rather do like AM2R. If I can find like a decent download for it that's like virus free and no problems, then yeah, sure. But I have quite an extensive list of things I would like to come back to. Actually finish, so there's that. I hate this fucking new notepad shit. You close it out, you open up another thing, and then it's like, hey, remember that last session you had? Well, it didn't close out fully, and now you gotta fucking deal with this crap. I'm curious, what are my plans for now? Oh god, I had a lot of shit. Huh.
It looks like I hit Trunks.
Finish anime.
Probably wondering why I'm still alive.
What?
Allow me to explain.
Oh, yeah, this is old shit. Oh, this is old shit.
I have a small mass inside of me. As long as that mass remains intact, my body can continue.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was gonna... wanted to draw Medusa from Solier. There's that. I should probably write that down. I'm just trying to go through real quick and just see what things I have here that I
This must be due in part to the
need to,
science
I wanted to get.
and their impressive ability to increase one's strength
Basically, I like to have things on my notepad that are, like, updated. You know, that say, like, hey, you did this, you got this. You know, that kind of thing.
Goku thought he beat me, but instead, he's only made me stronger.
Keep up with myself here. Oh, games I want to... Oh. These are games I wanted to get. Ah. Right. I think this was... Yeah, I haven't beaten Mario Rabbids 2 yet. Shit. But I've at least beaten Bayonetta 3. And I've beaten God of War 5. That came out. I actually wanted to get Cursed to Golf. That's crazy. I wanted Triangle Strategy, Octopath. I think Octopath 1 or 2. Probably 1. Odin Sphere, which, I mean, you can get on, like, PlayStation Plus. I got 13 Sentinels. I haven't beaten yet, but I haven't, so... Let me go check my backlog and see how good that's doing. Oh god, yeah. A lot of shit here and there. I did fucking finish Prototype 1. I should probably... See, I don't know if I should just erase it. I don't know if I should just erase it fully or not, just to be like, yeah, it's done. Or if I just should just write, yeah, you finished it. I can always do that. That way, then, you know, eventually when I finish everything, I can be like, okay, I did it all. Alright. Sorry about that. I'm just kind of like not paying attention and digging around with stuff. It's becoming another M situation. The other good thing is, too, like, if I get this, you know, relatively long-ish break, it'll help me out a lot. It'll give me more time to focus on things I could focus on, and what have you. Also, just kind of off topic, actually, this was the thing that I'm pretty sure that Cell did on Goku, didn't he? Yeah, Goku and Cell did this shit. So why are they making Gohan do it? I don't know. Who cares? Well, anyway, he's back, so let's beat his ass. I'm just gonna slightly dodge out of the way of your laser beam. That's kind of nice of you to do that. I probably should take out the clones, but it ain't that bad, surprisingly enough. I mean, they're gonna probably get in the way, I'm sure. So maybe I probably should work on that. But yeah, having like a couple of months off to retroactively complete a few things, you know, whether it be backlog stuff, not just in terms of like projects, but also, you know, beating a few games here and there. Because I still have yet to fucking... Yeah, I know, I've never done it before, but never beaten Prime 3. Not yet, though. Still have to beat Federation Force, but that one's going to be annoying. Mainly because, like, it's not a bad game. It really isn't. It's just an unfortunate Metroid game that just... You can't really play by yourself, you know, because... I mean, you can. You know, there's nothing wrong with playing by yourself on that game. It's just that... The reward that you get for it is nothing. It's minuscule. You lose out on it, on the actual true function of it if you do not, you know, play it with people. Because now the bosses become stupidly harder because they're meant for 4 people to fight. Would it be kind of cool if, like, this game allowed you to fucking play these characters? That would be kind of neat. And that's the thing that he does in Dragon Ball FighterZ, doesn't it? Well, duh. There we go. Also, I'm just going to say this right now. I will probably not do a Dragon Ball Sagas co-op. Just for those that are wondering, I probably won't. Because, let's be honest, we all know how that's going to end up. We already know how that's going to fucking end up. No one else is going to fucking care enough to want to do it, or even want to go on for even longer than an episode or two. And on top of that, you guys probably know, it's just like Federation Force, except in the opposite. If you have more people on your team, they make it fucking harder to take down bosses because they make them even more fucking tanky. Which I think is just silly and dumb, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. You're not gonna make me fucking... Oh, no. I assume that, you know, all I gotta do is just this. And he's gonna keep it up. Let's just blast his ass from here on out. This should be, I think, in theory, the last of the Cell fight, I'm hoping. Yeah, I have a lot of things I need to get done with. I got really close. I got really close to finishing Metroid Prime Pinball. I got to the final boss of Prime Pinball, and I fucking lost. And that sucked. Yeah, Vegeta, you dickhead. Probably should have wrote down there. Oh yeah, I haven't beaten Elden Ring yet. I know. That's another thing I haven't beaten yet. I know it's been out for like years.
This little game ends here.
Why do you say that so weirdly? I don't know. But I'm currently right now, like, I had to start over because for some reason it didn't save my last progress unless I just quit out of the game like an idiot, and then it actually gave me a consequence for once. Usually it doesn't, but I guess that one time it did. So, yeah, but I started a magic build. Now I'm doing a pretty decent job of getting through. I beat Margit in like one go. Let me blow my nose again.
I'm sorry, Dad. Everyone. I didn't have what it takes to beat Cell. I wanted to punish Cell for what he did, but I couldn't.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Forgive me.
Ah.
Gohan, what are you doing? Don't give up.
Whenever I do that, it fucks with my ears and I hate it.
Pour every ounce of power you've got into that Kamehameha, just like Cell's. You can do this, Gohan. You have the power.
But
I'm trying to get rid of it. Ah, fuck.
use one arm, and I'm not even at full power.
You'll be fine. You can still win. Believe in yourself, Gohan. Release it. Release everything. Give him all you've got. Show me, Gohan. Show me our combined power.
God damn it. Ow.
Will.
Ah.
This is the end for you, Gohan.
And there's Vegeta. Just in time. See, what's funny is, like, you know, Vegeta is technically the fault of Perfect Cell existing anyway. But in all honesty, you know, he kind of came in to somewhat save it, too. I also kind of like how they do the blue and green there. They actually make it look different. Baka. Baka. Alright, no, it's... There's... No, Masaka means... yeah. Is it Baka? Baka? For impossible? Baka? Oh, fuck. Forget. But there we go. Now this whole fucking saga's finally finished, and of course we're gonna get that intermission thing, which still got about like half an hour left. So we could probably end up, if we're lucky enough, starting Boo in this very, well, maybe getting close to starting it.
Way to go, Gohan.
Dramatic finish. And there we go. That's all that. But of course, you know, we gotta deal with the whole, like, oh, narration, you know, that kind of thing. He saved the day. That kind of shit. The huge. So I guess I probably should find something else to talk about. But yeah, so I'm not gonna explain how Prime Pinball works, but, you know, it's pretty fun. It's been kind of a slightly addicting thing to kind of like whip out and play and be like, I could probably do better this time. I can probably do better this time. I got it this time. And then of course there's Simon Kakarot Peach Ball that I've been playing through as well, and that's pretty fun. I had it for a while. I bought it like a long time ago on Steam, but didn't really play it until like recently, and then it's like, oh, this is kind of fun.
I don't need your help. Understand? You better stay away from me.
Still being the suit as he always is. Assume the position.
Kakarot and his kid are finally out of reach. Damn you, Kakarot. How dare you die on me and in such a pathetic way.
Oh, finally my ears are coming back. Holy shit.
Fighting.
That took forever.
What the?
In terms of other Metro games I've not finished, like, yeah, Prime Pinball, Federation Force, Hunters, Prime 3. That's mostly about it, because I've beaten 1, and I've beaten 2, I've beaten Zero Mission, I've beaten 2 Remake, the official one. I've beaten, yeah, Super Fusion, Dread, Other M, Prime 1, Prime 2, all that. Also, technically off topic, but I need to get a new shelf thing to put between my desk. I just need to fucking rip this fucking thing out because it's bad. It's going to shit. It's hanging on by a fucking thread, and it's just dangerously close to falling down and hurting me again. And yeah, I said again. It fell down and it hit me right on my left big toe, and it left a blue bruise on the inside. It was quite painful, I can tell you that. And I've been dealing with this fucking shelf for like weeks now, and it's just really obnoxious. So I'm trying to like keep, trying to keep things off of it. Is it just not going, or is it just okay? I'm trying to keep like me from eating on top of it or whatever. So I need to buy me one of those wooden shelves that you kind of just keep around for like food and stuff or whatever, and then just use that as my new shelf itself.
It's okay. You're at Kami's lookout. It's over. Gohan took care of Perfect Cell. Everything's gonna be.
You know what's funny is like
Gohan?
the person that got deleted would have been 17.
Unbelievably strong. Even you wouldn't be able
Because in all honesty, like 18's the one when they got spit up, so
to Krillin your thanks.
yeah.
He risked his life to save you once Cell spit you out.
Well, I couldn't have just left you there.
Oh, I think I get it. You like her, don't you, Krillin? You like 18.
Don't blame her like that.
So what, little man? You want me to hold your hand or something? Is that what you want?
Damn.
Hey, what's your problem? Is there any way to treat the guy that saved your life? Huh? Calm down, Yamcha. We need to focus. We have to get all the Dragon Balls and use them to revive Trunks and everyone else who was killed.
I mean, I was gonna say like, yeah, they're gonna revive most likely 17 with it too, but I'm just saying like it's kind of funny how like of all things, Gohan basically killed 2 people at once. All right. Make your stupid fucking wish.
Why did it get dark all of a sudden? What is that?
Again, I should say, I'm kind of sorry that this playthrough's not up to snuff with everybody, but I mean, at this point, if you've gotten this far in it, and you've kept up with my content in general, you would know why I'm like this right now. Why I'm just kind of not exactly there, and why the series has turned into just kind of sitting here watching it, I guess.
Where am I?
All right.
You could treat it more like a stream than anything. The fuck's up with that? Those particle effects are kind of weird, though.
Goku's energy.
Like, they look good and weirdly not at the same time. It's very odd. They look almost out of place.
Can't you bring back Goku?
I'm afraid not. Goku has already been brought back from the dead once before. State another wish.
Well, there you go. He can't do it. No. There's got to be a way. We can figure this out. Hey guys, it's me, Goku.
I don't know.
Goku?
It just looks like it's
Otherworld. Listen up.
30 frames or something, you know.
I was talking to Bulma earlier, and she mentioned the fact that I've always got all these bad guys coming after me. And when you really think about it, it sucks how right she is.
Wait, when the fuck did bubbles fly?
I think it's
I don't remember that at all.
if I just stay here. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to make a heroic sacrifice or anything. I'm actually getting some special treatment here because I saved the Earth so many times.
Sorry.
Normally when you die, you turn into a spirit. But I'm getting to keep my body. Plus, I've got plenty of super strong people from the past to keep me entertained. Which, I'm not gonna lie, is cool. That doesn't mean
I mean, I know for a fact that Ginyu Force at least probably isn't there.
But you guys don't need to bring me back. Gohan's already way stronger than me now anyway, so you'll be fine.
Dad, that's not true.
Gotta go. Bye.
Actually, yeah, Gohan's kind of right. I mean, because eventually Gohan just kind of just fucks off everything anyway. He just, you know, stops trying to be anywhere near heroic or anything like that.
If you ask me, he seemed awfully happy and upbeat for a dead guy.
I grow tired of waiting.
Oh yeah, I forgot they're allowed 2 wishes, aren't they? Oh, sorry.
That's right.
So what should we do? Are we going to wish for something?
Ah.
Shinron, can you make androids 17 and 18 human again?
That cannot do. The androids are far beyond the reach of my power.
I mean, aren't they technically still human-ish?
Well, I guess it was kind of a long shot. Why Android 17? I thought he was dead.
I mean, he was killed by Cell, so.
He was just brought back with the others killed by Cell, so he's alive now.
Well, then can you at least remove the explosive devices that they have implanted in their bodies?
Oh, poopy.
That I can do.
I mean, all technicality, they're still cyborgs, right? So, I mean,
Devices have
they still technically have their human parts, at least it should. In theory. I mean, it's definitely proven because, you know, Krillin definitely fucks the shit out of that. So, he gets to live a lot of people's dreams.
Krillin, why would you wish for something like
I'm gonna mute again.
Well, I felt bad for them, you know? I mean, who wants a bomb inside their body? But why remove the device from 17's body, too? Well, I thought 17 and 18 might be good for each other.
Okay, there we go.
I don't think I'm ever going
Also, something else I forgot to talk about, too, which I should probably check on and see if they might have gotten uploaded. They probably didn't. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but...
17 and I are
So, on the other channel,
I told
my
you
friend's
to leave.
other channel, as in Tay Chrono Plus,
For removing the bomb.
we are continuing, unfortunately, the Mario Party Gauntlet. So, yeah, I didn't think so. We recorded them, I think,
Hey, she said later.
Saturday?
To see you again, huh?
So about 2 days ago. No, I mean, well, today's Tuesday. Actually, I forgot that I fucked off for like half the week. But, yeah, so on Saturday we recorded, and it's been about a few days.
I guess. If it weren't for the fact that
So,
Kakarot's not here.
don't expect anytime soon.
Well,
I mean,
I think I'm going to head back.
he says he has to edit them,
Worried about me.
and then he likes to watch them, but like,
Right. I'm
all we really need to edit is just, I guess, the stat screen thing.
Trunks.
You know, add more stats after every game is beat and stuff. So, I mean, he's got to come up with, of course, probably a new design for that. I don't know. And have to write all those numbers would be a fucking pain in the ass. I can get that. But
Mr. Piccolo? Are you gonna
other than that, like, if it was me, I wouldn't be watching the videos. I'd be like, oh, fuck it, whatever. Like, I would know for a fact if we said anything bad, really bad, I would have cut it out. I would have done it right then and there.
Bye,
Just
Mr.
fine.
Hippo. Bye, Dende.
All I'm saying is that, you know, they might come out soon, they might not, I don't know. He's a bit on the slower side when it comes to content. So, yeah. We recorded at least 2 episodes of Mario Party 2. I would, if I had to wager a guess, I would say if, you know, if there was some consistency with stuff, then I would expect probably by this weekend, maybe possibly sometime, I don't know, Thursday, sometime this week or weekend, just anywhere in this week, maybe Mario Party 2 Part 1 might come up, which was a pretty good one. Pretty good start for an episode. And after that, episode 2 was like the Pirate World one. That one kind of sucked. It had a pretty interesting ending, but other than that, that one was fucking annoying. I was so out of it, man. I didn't want to record any more Mario Party after the first one, I guess, apparently. I think the first one we did was like Mystery Land, that's what it was. So, you know, check those out when you get a chance. I'll probably, of course, you know, on the community tab, might, you know, say, hey, you know, this is going on, check it out if you want. But like I said, you know, I don't know when they're going to come out. I don't ever hear the deets of anything. I don't really expect to anyway, to, you know, hear the details, because it would probably get kind of fucking annoying, you know, being told, like, you know, I'm uploading this week, or whatever. It'd be nicer to have, like, an idea of what could probably get uploaded the week, but, like, having to be told, like, I'm doing it this today, you know, that would probably get annoying. Yeah, I can see that. And then for my channel, you know, usually when I upload shit, it's just like, as soon as it's there, as soon as we record it, you know, that shit's, you know, it's going up. Unless, again, something's really bad in it, I usually just don't bother with editing it. It's no fucking point.
Hey, it's me, Goku. With
I've given up on editing shit for a long time now, unless it's like on hardcore, which I guess that's something else to kind of talk about too, is eventually, you know, hardcore will probably come back. I don't know with what. I don't know yet, but we'll see.
Stay tuned for the next episode of Dragon Ball Z Galactic Showdown with the mighty Majin Buu. You really don't want to miss it, trust me.
I don't know why, but I get like a Beerus Planet feeling from that. Earth's new champion. So Cell's fucking finished. Yep. Alright.
Come on. How long do you intend to keep that look?
Since Dad died, I've been doing a lot of thinking. Trust me, Mom, I have my reasons.
Well, suit yourself. But for the record, I much prefer your
By the way, in all fairness,
body Super Saiyan business.
I've never read or even really watched the Boo Saga in terms of like
Day.
fullness.
Like your father.
I know bits and pieces of it.
You think so?
You know, I know a good amount of things that happen, but I'm not very, I would say, familiar enough to say, oh, you know, that's kind of different, or that's a bit more abridged, or that's whatever. So there's that. I mean, I know enough about the Boo Saga enough to know
Where to start?
a good amount of it, of what happens, but I always still kind of get things a bit more hazy and confused when asked about like certain events and when they take place, I guess you could say.
Hello?
Alright, so basically, yeah, intermission time. All that kind of shit. They're gonna give me like a few minutes to kind of just finally work on things, I guess. So. fuck side quests. I'm not here for any of that stuff. We're just here to beat the game. I'm here to play it. I'm here to finish things. Yeah. So anyway, back to like the whole uploading schedule thing. Like I said, I'm just letting you guys know that I don't know when they're gonna happen. I don't have necessarily access to it.
Sure.
Oh, what?
You still feel responsible for your dad's
Oh yeah.
sensitive soda. So, what you your dad?
I'm probably just gonna skip most of this crap. I don't know. Even if it is potentially story important or not, just whatever. I just mainly want to get to like the saga stuff and then go from there. But yeah, uploading wise, just keep an eye out for stuff coming in the future. You can always find like the Let's Play channel itself on my channel page. But then for his main channel, you have to go to his channel to go there to get that one. Just so I don't have to clog up everything with all that stuff. I also have, of course, my old co-op channels that were on, which was plenty enough. Not, hell, the worst part is, not even everything I've co-opted is out there. Or available, because a lot of the shit that I co-opted on his old channels are gone. They're privated. And, of course, you know, we can't get them back because he doesn't know his fucking deets to get them back. So, all that content that I worked on and, you know, would like to watch again is gone forever. And I have no control over that. And that sucks. It really, really does. By the way, I don't, you know... It's more so like a case of, rather than being like, man, you know, it kind of sucks that the content you know, when I say I worked on it, I mean like, you know, I was there. It kind of counts as like potential work-ish. But the thing I want people to kind of understand is that, in a lot of cases, I kind of take this stuff as work in some instances, but the main part that bothers me, though, is missing out on memories. You know, things that were recorded that you could easily have and be able to access and see, and, you know, older stuff that was funny, gone. And, of course, you know, there's also me, too, that has stuff on my channel that's also privated. Usually for, typically, good reasons. But all I'm saying, like, I kind of miss some of the older stuff, and I wish I could see it again, but it's just not there. It sucks that it has to be that way, but not much you can really do, honestly. Like, I mean, in all technicality, like, if he, you know, gets on, maybe he can try to find some of his older emails, and then, you know, relink up to those, because those are usually not too hard to get back, but if it's anything like me, you know, there's at least a couple of emails that I guess apparently I forgot about that my own email had to remind me of, and it's like, hey, you remember these? And I'm like, no, I don't at all. So, you know, there could be that case too. In all fairness, you know, there could always be the case of like maybe he just doesn't have them anywhere, just forgot them like I did a couple of times for a few of mine. So there's that. But yeah, like I said, I don't have all the co-op channels on there because a few of them are just, like I said, mostly privated, so can't see everything, but there is a good amount of them there. You know, like Loho Gaming is on there, and Spazzle Show, the original, the mainly true original co-op channel, and then two-player We Play, another thing. And then, of course, the ever so fucking ill-forgotten Hit the Checkpoint. For those that wonder, like, why we usually quit those, sometimes, like, he kind of loses his fucking information for them. I don't know how or why, but I don't know. But, sometimes it's kind of my case of, like, not, you know, having stuff not get done enough. Like, we'll do stuff, and then it'll take months, you know, for him to edit or upload shit. And that was a lot of the reason why I would quit back then. Or just be like, alright, fuck this shit. Like, you know, nothing's happening. We're not getting shit done at a reasonable pace. Like, this sucks. Because, like, it does kind of suck. Like, when you also kind of count, you know, your content as something that you work on, you kind of want people to see it. And if it's not getting seen, then, you know, kind of ruins your mood. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, ah, fuck, like, I have no control over that. I can't do much about it. And that's typically why those kind of stop happening. So you could just say it's kind of my fault for not just taking the helm and doing the stuff myself. If I wanted stuff done so bad, I should have done it myself. Which, yeah, that's true. I probably should have, actually. There's a problem with me, though, is, like, I'm kind of a bit of a, you know, workaholic to an extent. You know, I kind of like to have things done, but I want them done in a reasonable time period. You know, if I'm working on stuff, I want them uploaded at least around, like, a week. Like, during at least maybe that same week. Like, once a week is all I really want, you know. And especially for, like, this episode, it's definitely getting uploaded at least today. Like, the same day that it's being recorded on. I'm gonna, like, slightly edit it a little bit. Cut out the beginning parts. But then after that, it's just like, yeah, it's going up. That's for sure. What the fuck can I collect here? Man. This is stupid. But, I mean, of course it's fucking stupid. Because there's, like, these things I'm supposed to collect or whatever. Yeah, I don't mind me too much. I'm just kind of just telling you guys, like, what things are like. And why sometimes, you know, if you want something done, you gotta do it yourself. But we've been getting a lot better at, like, actually finishing things, so there's at least that, but I feel like that's gonna fall pretty soon. And I also have a bad habit of getting, you know, pretty pissed off pretty quick, too. So there's that. That doesn't help much. Okay, where the fuck are these stupid, dumb shit mineral things I'm supposed to find? Because I'm sorry, I don't see a goddamn thing. Yeah, if something's not getting done, it's just like, I start to get kind of a bit angry, you know? It's like, come on, it's been like a week. Uploading a video is not that hard, which it really isn't. It's really not that hard. Because all you gotta do is just, you know, record, maybe slightly edit. You know, at least for me, cut out, you know, the bit of the intro. That kind of thing. And then after that, you know, it's all good and done. And it honestly, like, even during, like, that 2-year period, like, it soured my fucking mood. Man, it soured my mood for, like, co-op shit for a while. Hit the Checkpoint was, like, for a good while, the last of things I wanted to do anymore, you know? It was like, that's it, you know, no more fucking co-op shit. At least no more co-op channel shit, and I'm glad that we at least don't have that. I'll do co-op stuff, but at the very least, you know... Sorry. Fucking these nice minerals. I'm fucking tired. I'm looking at this shit. I'm looking at this shit, man. So fucking tired of this shit. Oh my god. They're just nowhere. They're nowhere. You're probably gonna hear it in a second. Might hear some noise, maybe. I don't know. Uh-huh. Wait. Yeah, there's the ship. Uh-huh. Is that it? There's, like, just one fucking thing on the front that I forgot to collect. That didn't show up when I was looking. I mean, of fucking course it didn't. Yeah, sorry I'm griping, but it's just what I do. I apologize, but it's kind of hard not to, you know? Like I said, I have that problem where I'm a bit of a workaholic. I just kind of want to have things happening and going and what have you. Somebody's actually live streaming this game right now. That's crazy. I'm very particular about how things work. Call me an asshole, but like it's the only way to get things done. So, sorry about my stomach. I only ate like a fucking biscuit today. Because I'm a fucking idiot that only eats biscuits.
Right.
Whatever. I'm sorry I'm so fucking tired, but like I have like a stuffy nose, everything that's going on, it's getting really irritating. It's like I have to blow my nose again. This is like the third or fourth fucking time in one, 30-minute session here. Well, second, I guess. I had to do it earlier than that. How the hell with you? Leave me the hell alone.
Hi, Gohan. Ready to come home?
Yeah, I'm back. Yes, I don't give a fuck. It might start throwing us into the next thing. I don't know yet. I hope not. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna. Alright, well, whatever. If we get thrown into something, we get thrown into something. If we don't, we fucking don't. I don't care. I mean, I do kind of want to get done in like the next few minutes, but if it's going to make a 10-minute cutscene, then I guess we'll have to deal with that. Which at this fucking point, I'm pretty much already used to by now because Other M, that's fucking dog shit. Alright, cool. So again, with this, there's like at least maybe 10 or so episodes, give or take. So it shouldn't be super long, and I think it's gonna take me. If I had to ballpark a guess, if we're doing only main story stuff, it might take me another 2, maybe no, not even 2, 3 to 4 videos. I would ballpark and say episode 15 might end up being the last episode. Maybe. But I'm not 100% sure about that. So I guess we'll just have to wait to see, huh? Gohan actually has some pretty nice looking clothes there. Sorry, it's just my nose is making a lot of noise when I'm trying to talk. Satan's City, that's ridiculous.
Would transform into a Super Saiyan and make short work of those that disturb the peace. To protect his identity, Gohan made sure to leave the scene as quickly as possible. The mysterious
There's Videl and her fucking dumbass.
golden fighter, and rumors quickly
Who is it? Who's the one running around my city, fighting up and beating up my bad guys?
Again, huh? Who the heck is this guy?
from Super Saiyan to superhero.
Hopefully we get a time to save the game. I mean, they'll probably make me, like, run to the school. Maybe. Yep. Alrighty. So, that'll be it for this episode. We finished Cell, as I kind of predicted. And I feel like, most likely, give or take, another 4 to 5 episodes, and we'll probably be finished with the entire game. And after that, I'm taking a long break. So, anyway, thanks for watching. And as always, take care, everybody.